Niners fans, it's about that time. What, 6 o'clock on a Saturday? Faithful Niner Empire. What's good? You know who it is. It's your boy, Jay in the Bay. How's everyone doing on a Saturday? You guys could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, Jay in the Bay. Shout out to Jay Z, and I appreciate that. Hopefully, everyone's having a great Saturday night. And shout out to everyone watching on Jay in the Bay Facebook page. Shout out to everyone watching on Jay in the Bay YouTube channel. And shout out to everyone watching on that good old Spotlight Sports Network. In this show today, I wanted to talk about training camp for the 49ers day 3 and day 4, what we learned from those camps, from those practices. And of course, this show is nothing. This show is nothing without the faithful, the Niner Empire. And of course, everyone else who is a fan of another team, you guys are always welcome to the stream. But let's say what's up to the people in the chat. Hopefully everyone's having a good Saturday. First comment of the day, Coach Dante, what's good? Appreciate you coming into the stream, Coach Dante. How's your Saturday going? And next we got to say, what's good? 49ers Ultimate Report. He says, faithful Niner Empire, what's good? He says, finally a live stream that I can watch live. Man, it's good to have you on 49ers Ultimate Report. I'm looking forward to your collaborations next week. And I appreciate you coming through to the stream, man. Thanks for coming through. Redder 4, what's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, Redder. Jay, what's good? Thanks for coming through. How's your Saturday going? Jonelle Jackson, what's good? I think this is the first time I've seen you in the stream. If you don't know, that is how I greet people in the stream, by saying, what's good? And I hope you're having a good weekend, Jonelle. Monica, what's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, Monica. She says, yes, Jay in the Bay, what's good, my guy? I'm doing pretty good on a Saturday. My weekend's going pretty well. And I'm just excited to talk about the faithful, the Niner Empire. So it's always good. But I appreciate you coming through, Monica. Let's see. Jay says he watched the NBA draft on Thursday, and the Warriors got 2 steals. Yeah, I heard about that, man. I heard about that. Good luck to the Golden State Warriors. Hopefully those picks, work out well for the squad. Jay says, I heard Jimmy G threw 2 INTs in camp. Yep, he did throw 2 interceptions in camp. I think that was on day 4 of the camp. That's something we're definitely going to get into, Jay. And that's right. We are here on a Saturday. 49ers First Take. What's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream. First Take says, can't wait for Wednesday being on your stream. Absolutely. So for those that don't know, me and 49ers First Takes will have a stream on my channel this Wednesday, 3 p.m. Pacific time. I will put up a thumbnail for that show in the next coming days. And it's good to collab again with 49ers First Takes. I was on his show, I don't know, maybe a month or 2 ago. So now I'm allowing 49ers First Takes to hop on my platform, and it'll be good to talk about 49er football with First Takes. I'm looking forward to it. Rams House, what's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, Rams House. How's your weekend going, man? I've been seeing your videos on the LA Rams training camp. Keep them up. Good content. And me and Rams House, we will be collabing in the near future real soon. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Redder 4 says Kirk Cousins and Kellen Mond have COVID. Man, that sucks. Hopefully they get a speedy recovery, and hopefully there's no further outbreaks on their teams. Let's see. Let's continue on with these comments. I got to continue to say what's up to the people. Roberto Hastings, what's good? How you doing, faithful? He says, what's good, my fellow faithfuls? We're doing pretty good. Thanks for coming through to the stream. Rams House says, not going to lie, Stafford. Stafford is looking good. Rams versus Niners looking spicy. Yeah, I mean, I don't expect anything less from Stafford. I think he's definitely an upgrade over Goff. And I can't lie, Stafford's been looking good in training camp. But what's that run game going to do? We'll find out, though. We'll find out real soon. Let's see. Silverado Kev, what's good? Appreciate you coming through, Silverado Kev. He says, I say, Jay. All right. I just wanted to talk about the Niner Empire tonight, as we do every night on Jay and the Bay. But I appreciate you coming through, Silverado Kev. Let's see. Let's see who else we got. So let's see. That's it for the comments. I appreciate everyone coming through to the stream. And let's get into the latest news. Now, first, I had to talk about the latest NFL news, and that's Justin Houston, a former pass rusher from the Indianapolis Colts. He played there the last 2 years. He signed a 1-year deal with the Baltimore Ravens, and it was only $4 million. Faithful. Y'all believe that? It was only a 1-year deal, $4 million. Justin Houston, granted, he's 32 years old. I wasn't expecting Justin Houston to get a multi-year contract extension, but for only $4 million, 1-year deal, he's a very productive edge rusher. The last 2 seasons with the Colts, he's had a total of 19 sacks, and he played every game. So durable player, and he can still get after the quarterback. I'm surprised that he wasn't offered more money. And I'm surprised. I don't know how you guys feel, faithful, but I'm surprised the Niners did not go after Justin Houston. I think Justin Houston was the last best edge rusher on the market. And I know we got Samson Ebukam. I know we picked up him from the LA Rams. We signed Arden Key. But, D Ford, what can we expect from D Ford? Bosa, we're going to bring him slowly along, from the start of the regular season and even in training camp. So I'm kind of surprised that the Niners did not go after Justin Houston. I think he would have been an asset to this team because the pass rush helps the entire defense. And I'm just surprised that the Niners did not go after Justin Houston, especially there's only $4 million, faithful. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in them comments. Also, there were some injuries in training camp. So the injuries that were in training camp, tight end Michael Pruitt, he suffered a calf injury, and defensive tackle Maurice Hurst suffered an ankle injury. So these injuries, they seem to be listed as day-to-day. There's nothing torn, there's nothing broken, but these are the injuries that occurred in training camp. So I just wanted to report that news to you guys. Let's continue on with these comments. Let's see. Let's see. Rams House says that Stafford is fitting the ball in the tightest spots, seeing Goff struggle for the last couple seasons. Stafford is looking like a dream. Hey, that's good to hear. That's definitely good for the LA Rams fans. And I can't wait till we meet up and play them good old LA Rams, man. But it's good to see that Stafford is looking good. Silverado Kev says, you know how we do. You show us love on Real Talk, and we do the same. Hey, I appreciate you coming through, man. Yeah, everybody check out Real Talk, Niner Talk. If you haven't, check them out on YouTube. They have an excellent show. Rams House says, Darrell Henderson is a great running back, looking good. I don't know if you should use that term great, lightly, I mean, Cam Akers, I don't even know if he was considered great, and he was a starter. Maybe he was considered pretty good, but let's see what Darrell Henderson does, as the number one starter. And there's a lot of unknown names behind Darrell Henderson in that running back room. Redder4 says Haskins has potential, but I don't know about him. But I'm excited for football season. Hopefully, my Steelers can actually play well on offense. Yeah, I mean, Haskins has a great opportunity to learn from Big Ben, and he'll have an opportunity to possibly become the future starter in Pittsburgh. We'll see if that comes to fruition. But I have a feeling Pittsburgh's probably going to draft a quarterback next year. I wouldn't be surprised by that. Jay says to Rams house, don't get me started on Jared Goofy. Can't wait to beat him in week 1. I think so. I think a lot of the Niners fans feel that we'll beat the Lions week 1. Yes. Yeah, Rams house, we play the Detroit Lions week 1. We gotta fly down to Motown. And yeah, it's going to be a great game. Great game, at least for the 49ers. I think it will be close, though, at least maybe in the first half. You know, the Lions are, you know, they have a new coach, new GM, Jared Goff. But we've had Jared Goff's number with when he was with the Rams. So, but I think that will continue, but I think it might be close in the first half. And then I think we should win by a touchdown or two, I think. Jay says Samson had 2 sacks on both starting tackles. Yes, that did occur. I believe that was on day 4 of training camp. So Samson is looking good, and that's what's good about training camp. You know, the guys. I love to say iron sharpens iron. You know, our edge rushers are going up against Trent Williams. He's arguably the best left tackle in the NFL. They're only going to get better by going up against the best left tackle. And if you switch it around, when Nick Bosa starts to get in on team drills, he'll be making our offensive tackles better, specifically Mike McGlinchey. Let's see. The Sports Star. What's good? How your weekend going, the Sports Star? Hopefully you're doing good on a Saturday. I appreciate you coming through. Rams house says, go get Goff. Oh, yeah, we will. We will. He's going to have we hope he has a terrible day. That's for sure. Let's see. Matt Navarro, what's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, Matt. He's got one of the best avatars on YouTube that I've seen, specifically with the 49ers. And it's always good to see Matt come through. And Rams house agrees. That's an awesome profile pic. Let's see. Jay says, can't wait for Samson Bucum to sack Matthew Stafford. Absolutely. Definitely looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to our entire defensive line eating, because I think we have an edge over the Rams offensive line. And I think I can't wait to see that in other Niner fans as well. Rams house says, great as far as Rams running backs, not in general. Okay. All right, Rams house. Shay Martinez, what's good? Yeah, Shea Martinez says, I heard the rookie quarterback was showcasing his mobility. Yes, he was. Yeah, he was making the defense look silly on some read option plays. And I think he proved why, he's a dual threat at the quarterback position. And he'll make some defenses look silly when he gets some playing time in the regular season games. Payo time, what's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, Payo. I was just watching your Moose series with Mauro Tanaka about the Arizona Cardinals. Excellent series. Hopefully you found all the other fan bases you need. But I enjoy your series. Everyone check out Payo Time, man. Great series. Let's see. Ranch House says, your running back group looking very good. Absolutely. Yeah. Raheem Mostert, he's the starter. We drafted Trey Sermon, signed over Wayne Gallman, and drafted Elijah Mitchell. I think our running back room is pretty good. I think they will lead the team. They will be the focal point of the offense, and I think they'll be the strength of the offense. I think it's the running back room and the offensive line. I think so. And Jeff Wilson Jr., when he comes back from injury in like mid-November, early December, he'll have fresh legs, and he'll add another dimension to the running back room. Yeah, my Saturday's going well, Payo Time. I appreciate you coming through. It's going real good. Let's see. Monica says, you know what happened the last time we played the Lions week 1, boys? Super Bowls. Yep. That's right. Let's see. Payo Time says, I hear a lot of Niner fans are excited to see the first drive with Trey Lance in preseason. Do you think Trey plays more than 30 snaps? Wow. That's a great question, Pale, because I would imagine I wouldn't be surprised if Jimmy played, but it wouldn't be significant. I think it would be maybe like 2 snaps, or excuse me, 2 series, if that. Jimmy plays, and I think Trey will get a lot of snaps, and I think Josh Rosen and Sudfield will get some snaps as well. But yeah, I would say maybe 20 to 25 snaps. I think Trey would play about 20 to 25 snaps, maybe in each game. I could see that. Maybe not 30, maybe 20 to 25. Jay says Arden Key had a strip sack in camp today. That's right. And I think Arden Key had that strip sack. It was on Trey Lance. And Arden Key, he's been looking good in camp. And that's definitely good to see. Shay Martinez, thanks for coming through. Jay says at Pale Time, can't wait for Samsung to sack Matt Stafford. Absolutely. Coach Dante, what's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream. How your Saturday going? Let's see. Rams House says the Rams O-line for sure will struggle versus your D-line. I can agree with that. Yeah, I think we have an advantage. I think Stafford, he's definitely going to have to get the ball out quick, less than 4 seconds. That way he won't, if he does it, I think he'll get sacked or he'll have to throw the ball away to avoid getting sacked. Let's see. Cincinnati crew, what's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, Cincinnati crew. Hopefully your weekend is going well. 49ers Ultimate Report says Jason Verrett led the first team and looked fluid with a few pass breakups during individual drills. Yeah, Jason Verrett has been looking good. It's definitely good to see, and hopefully he can continue that productivity, during the regular season. Let's see. CG Ruthless Sports says, I heard Aaron Banks playing on the first team right guard. I did not hear that about Aaron Banks. I know he struggled the first few days of camp, and then I didn't really hear that much about him. I believe, I don't know if he was on the first team, but I know the last 2 days of training camp, he's looked better as far as team drills. Aaron Banks has been looking better. And I heard that on the 4th day of training camp that Lance and Jimmy G, they had all day to throw in the pocket. There wasn't much of a defensive pass rush besides a few plays from Arden Key and Maurice Hurst. Jay says Jason Verrett is eating. That's right. Jay says Grant Cohn is making a big fuss over Jimmy throwing 2 picks. Of course, because, that helps his narrative that Lance should be the starting quarterback and, Jimmy shouldn't. So I think that's why. Let's see. Rams House says first preseason game this Thursday. Looking forward to it. CG Ruthless says Jimmy G, the king of bad practices. I would say in day 4, from what I read, that Jimmy G started off training camp well, but he just ended badly. Like he had 2 interceptions. I think 2 passes were broken up. He double pumped on a few passes. So he definitely didn't end practice well. And on the other hand, with Trey Lance, he ended the practice well and struggled a little bit at the beginning. CG Ruthless. Well, actually, Monica says that dude referring to Don Burr and Jets gang are parasites. LOL. CG Ruthless says Arden Key can be our sleeper. I think so. I think because he's definitely going to get playing time. That's for sure. And that was my other bit of breaking news in regards to, obviously, Justin Houston. He signed with the Baltimore Ravens. 1-year deal, $4 million. I wish the Niners would have, tried to go after him. But CG Ruthless brings up Jordan Matthews. Hopefully he gets more of an opportunity to make the team. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in them comments. What do you guys think about Jordan Matthews, signing with the 49ers? So that's also some news. The 49ers signed tight end Jordan Matthews. And that's not a typo. Jordan Matthews, obviously, he used to play wide receiver He played wide receiver basically his entire career, and now Jordan Matthews is transitioning to the tight end position. So what do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments. And if I was looking up Jordan Matthews' stats, he had a productive career, but the last 2 seasons, he hasn't really done much. He was with the Niners in 2020. He played in 2 games. Let's see. I don't think he recorded. Yeah, didn't record a catch. And in 2019, he played for 3 teams, had 4 catches. And in 2018 with Philly, when he was still playing wide receiver, he played in 14 games, had 28 catches. So, will Jordan Matthews be better from a receiving standpoint at the tight end position than Ross Dwelley? I don't know. I don't think Ross Dwelley is elite as a receiver at the tight end position, but I know Jordan Matthews put on weight. I think he put on 20, 25 pounds to play that tight end position, but who knows if he's going to be effective at the tight end position. But he's given an opportunity to prove that. So we'll see if he makes the 53-man active roster. And by signing tight end Jordan Matthews, the 49ers had to release wide receiver Benny Fowler. He was signed, I believe, maybe about a month ago during OTAs. So 49ers signed tight end Jordan Matthews, and we had to release wide receiver Benny Fowler. But that's a great point, CG Ruthless Sports. I appreciate you bringing that up. Also, Mike McGlinchey says he's looked noticeably heavier in training camp, and they said that Mike McGlinchey has gained about 25 pounds. So he's between 315 and 320 pounds. So hopefully that lends well to him playing well this season because we need Mike McGlinchey to be an anchor on the right side of the offensive line. Payo Time says, what do you think of the Wentz injury? They signed Brent Hundley, insurance signing. Yeah, it's terrible that Wentz, injured his foot. I believe it's going to require surgery. I believe they said he's out indefinitely. It's very unfortunate for Carson Wentz. Very unfortunate for the Indianapolis Colts. It seems like Eason, I believe, is the quarterback who's going to be getting the first team reps. And it just sucks that Wentz, he can't stay healthy. But hopefully he's able to bounce back and has a speedy recovery, and hopefully he can come back before the season starts. Jay says, remember when Jimmy threw 5 picks in preseason and people started getting worried when the 2019 season came? Jimmy was balling out. Jimmy G haters going to weep again for Jimmy proving them wrong. I mean, it's practice, interceptions will happen. Bad throws will happen. Offensive linemen get beat. Defensive linemen aren't able to get to the quarterback. So it just happens. I don't really – Jimmy G throwing interceptions, I don't really take – I don't think he's a worse quarterback because he threw interceptions. I don't see that. It's practice. That's where you get better. Now, what I would say is Jimmy G – well, some of those throws I noticed, or the writer wrote that he double pumped, so he wasn't unsure of a pass. That can be troubling because he's done that in the game, and that's caused him to get sacked, or it's caused him to throw away the ball. So that could be concerning. But it's the first week of training camp, and I'm not worried. Niner Sickness, what's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, Niner Sickness, and Niner Sickness and I will be having a live stream. Believe on Monday, 3 p.m. Pacific time. I'll be going on the Niner Sickness YouTube channel. I'm looking forward to that collab. Hopefully you guys all can join us there. CG Ruthless says, place him in the slot like we did with Jordan Reed. That'd be interesting. Yeah. I think that would be interesting if we move Jordan Reed to the slot. He could still play the tight end position, but maybe in certain packages, he can move over to that number 3 wide receiver spot. And speaking of that number 3 wide receiver spot, CG Ruthless, wide receiver Mohamed Sanu, he's getting first team reps at that 3rd wide receiver position. Sanu has looked good in training camp, he's looked good in off-season workouts with Trey Lance. He's looking spry. He's looking like he's in great shape. Speaking of shape, Mohamed Sanu mentioned that in 2020 when he was with the 49ers, he wasn't in the best shape, and that's part of the reason why he struggled. And Sanu, hey, if he could win that number 3 wide receiver position, Hey, more power to him. But Mohamed Sanu is getting the bulk of the first team reps at that third wide receiver position. And we'll see how that shapes out in the rest of the training camp. We'll see if that continues. Niner Sickness says, what's up to all the faithful? Let's see. Monica says, Peo, I have a feeling it's worse injury than they are saying. I think he will be out past preseason. I think she's referring to Carson Wentz, and I think he's going to have surgery on that foot. So, hopefully he has a speedy recovery. People are saying, what's up to Niner Sickness in the chat? We got Jay. We got Monica. Let's see. CG Ruthless says, saw it from SF Niner guy, Brad, showing Banks on first team. All right. Well, that's good. That's good that he's getting first team reps. I imagine him and Brunskill will share time getting first team reps. And then, we'll see who is the better right guard once the 53-man roster is active and once the regular season starts. But I appreciate that information, CG Ruthless. Let's see. Let's continue on with these comments. Let's see. Jackson Porter, what's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, JP. So, of course, I always welcome all fans into the Jay and the Bay show, and especially fans from the NFC West. And it looks like he's a Seahawks fan. He says, go Hawks. Good luck to your team this year. And let's see. I got to say, what's good? Tommy Huxley, appreciate you coming through to the stream. Shay Martinez says, isn't Jordan Matthew Jerry Rice's kin? That's a good question. I'm not sure about that. Let's see. What's good, Jackson Porter? Appreciate you coming through to the stream. How's Seahawks camp doing? Let me know in the comments section. Matthew Navarro. He says, I'm hearing a lot. Let's see. Matthew Navarro says, I'm hearing a lot of fuss about Jalen Hurd. Something about him being hurt, LOL. Yeah. At the beginning of camp, Jalen Hurd and D Ford and Nick Bosa were all at camp. They were all doing one-on-one drills. Now, the last 2 days at camp, I believe day 3, Jalen Hurd was given a maintenance day. So he was given the day off. And then in day 4, I'm not sure if he had another maintenance day back to back, but he wasn't at camp. So, I'm not sure what to expect from that. Hopefully, next week he'll be back at camp. I mean, that's all we can really hope for. Appreciate you coming through to the stream, KS. How is your Saturday going? And I gotta address this real quick. Yeah, Jay says, Tommy, are you happy the SF Giants got Chris Bryant and they got their old friend Ben Watson back? That's a hell of a move by the Giants. I can't lie, because I definitely did not expect them to get Chris Bryant. That's a huge move for the Giants. And it'd be intriguing to see if they re-sign Chris Bryant this offseason. Let's see. Tommy Huxley says Vegas doesn't have any faith in the Steelers. Yeah, they probably don't project them to be a playoff team. Niner Sickness says, it isn't how bad Jimmy G is doing. I'm more focused on how good Trey Lance is doing. Trey Lance has been looking good. That's definitely something I'm going to get into in the day 3 and day 4 observations. He has been looking good. He has been making plays with his legs. And there's a reason why he was picked number 3 overall. Redder Force says Sanu was good on the Falcons, but hasn't been the same ever since. And I would agree with that. Maybe he's turned over a new leaf. Maybe he's in the best shape of his life now, and maybe that'll translate to the field. Let's see. Payo Time says, hope Wentz is okay. I was looking forward to seeing him with the Colts. Yeah. I don't wish injuries on any team, and hopefully he'll pull through and be able to start week 1. Shea Martinez says it looks like Mohamed Sanu has the eye of the tiger in him this season. Well, I mean, he's looked good in off-season workouts with Trey. He speaks very highly of Trey Lance. I mentioned that in a few streams ago. And yeah, I mean, who's going to stop Sanu from winning that number 3 wide receiver spot? I mean, Jalen Hurd, he can't stay on the field. I haven't really heard much of Juwan Jennings. I'm not sure. The reports I've read, they haven't really mentioned Juwan Jennings. So I'm not sure what's up with that. So yeah, who's gonna make their presence felt and take over that number 3 wide receiver spot? Because right now, Mohamed Sanu, is the favorite. He knows Shanahan's system. He's a veteran wide receiver, so he may be the best man for the job. J.A. Aguayo, what's good? He says, "Hi, Jay. What is going on? How are you doing today?" I'm doing very well. He says, "Do you think Jordan Matthews is in a camp body, or will he push Ross Dwelley?" That's a great question. We haven't really seen Jordan Matthews play the tight end position. I mean, he only played 2 games in 2020. And looking at his stats, I think the last time he played significant games was in 2019. He played in 3 games. In 2018 with the Eagles, he played in 14 games. So, he hasn't really played a lot of games since 2018. What does Jordan Matthews really have left in the tank? I don't know, because he hasn't really seen the field since 2018 for a number of games. And but I think as far as receiving options, maybe he can push Dwelley. It'll be intriguing to see if he makes the 53-man roster, because how many tight ends are the 49ers really going to have on the roster? You got Kittle, Michael Pruitt. I hear he's a good blocking tight end, but he's hurt right now. And you got Ross Dwelley, you got Charlie Warner. So how many tight ends are the Niners going to keep on the active roster? But that would be another camp battle. Jordan Matthews in the tight end room, and can he make that active 53-man roster? Like CG said, he could be used as a slot receiver. Tommy Huxley says, "We're beating the Colts. Book it." Well, we don't play the Colts until week 7. So I would imagine, if the surgery goes well, we'll see what the recovery time is. But that's, week 7 is what, in October? So that'd be what? 3 months from now. So, we'll see. Niner Sickness confirms Jordan Matthews is cousins with Jerry Rice. All right. So he's got an excellent bloodline. And let's see if he makes the most out of his opportunity in 49ers training camp. That'll be so he was signed, I think, yesterday. And so hopefully he'll be on the field on Monday. And we'll see what he has. Payo time. What is the Niners fans' biggest concerns heading into the season? Concern, who's the best man for that number 3 wide receiver position on the offensive side of the ball. On defense, I think it would probably be the health of D Ford and Nick Bosa. I think those would be the biggest concerns. And also, I think you could say depth at the cornerback position. Mosley is out right now due to COVID. And after Verrett and Kwan, it's really up for grabs for those 4th, 5th, and 6th cornerback spots. And I hear one of the rookies, I think Ambry Thomas, has been getting beat, but he's a rookie. We're not expecting him to ball out, but he has been getting worked in camp so far. But that's what happens in camp, and that's how you get better. You get better by getting beat and knowing what you need to improve at. Redder Foe says 967 subs. I appreciate that update, Redder. And you remind me, I appreciate everyone in the stream right now. Make sure you leave a thumbs up for the stream. Let YouTube and let me know that you're enjoying the stream. And I appreciate it. And also hit that subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed. Fail Thomas says, by the way, everyone give a like to the hardest working man in the StreamYard. You work pretty hard too, Fail Time. That's funny. Tommy says Stafford threw a pick 6 in practice. Wow. Well, it happens, man. It happens. Pump and Dump. What's good? Thanks for coming through to the stream, Pump. He says Jay Rice is my cousin too. Oh, really? Oh man, that's funny. Something else I wanted to get into. So we got into Justin Houston signing with the Ravens. We talked about the current injuries that the 49ers have. Tight end Michael Pruitt, calf injury. Defensive tackle Maurice Hurst. We talked about signing Jordan Matthews. Mike McGlinchey put on weight. So training camp day 3. So Nick Bosa sat out. It was a scheduled rest day. Shanahan says that he intends to rest Nick Bosa every third day of training camp. And I think that's a good idea. And also in day 3, Jalen Hurd was also given the day off. I spoke about wide receiver Mohamed Sanu. He's getting first team reps. And I wanted to talk about training camp day 3. What were some of the good observations from training camp day 3? So day 3, wide receiver Deebo Samuel caught another 60-yard touchdown pass from Trey Lance. This was Samuel's second long touchdown grab of camp, and we're only on day 3. So far, Samuel has been the best player on the 49ers offense, and it hasn't been close. He's in the best shape of his career. Now, that's from an observer at camp. And hopefully this continues for Deebo, because Deebo did have, a bad season last year. He couldn't stay healthy. And this writer is very, very enthusiastic about Brandon Ayuk, and he wants the Ayuk show to return punts. Now, what do you guys think about that, Faithful? Do you think Brandon Ayuk, I think he's our best wide receiver. Do you think Brandon Ayuk should be returning punts? Let me ask that question. Let me get that on the ticker. Should Brandon Ayuk be returning punts? What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments section. Do you really think one of our best wide receivers, one of our best weapons should be returning punts? I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments section. But continue on with the good from day 3. Brandon Ayuk didn't catch any passes during team drills, but did practice returning punts, which is great news. This writer feels that Ayuk is the best punt returner on the team. The 49ers need to let him return punts the way Arizona State let him. After practice, Ayuk said he wants to return punts and is working to prove to the coaching staff that he's ready. Good for him. I would like to see other players get that opportunity as well, and I believe they have in training camp. I saw River Craycraft. I saw Elijah Mitchell. I saw Richie James. I think we need another player to step up. Hey, why not Elijah Mitchell? I know he's a rookie, and that is, a very important role to play, a punt returner or a kick returner, but Elijah Mitchell is a burner. He's fast. Why not put him on special teams? But let me know what you guys think. Let me know. Do you guys think Brandon Ayuk should be our punt returner? Let's see. Let's continue on with these comments. I'm trying to catch up. Let's see. Seahawks Eddie, what's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, Seahawks Eddie. Hopefully your team is doing well in training camp. Hopefully everyone's staying safe and staying healthy. How's your weekend going? Ronnie M, what's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream. Tell Big Low Country Sports I said, what's good? Ronnie says, what's good? Y'all make sure to hit that like button. Yeah, I appreciate it. Everyone in the stream, hit that like button. I appreciate it. 49ers Ultimate Report says, Jay in the Bay blocks Seahawks rule. He is a troll. Well, I guess we'll see. We'll see how he acts in here, 49ers Ultimate Report, but I appreciate the info. Let's see. Looks like Tommy isn't a big fan of Seahawks rule. Oh, man. Payotar says, Tommy, LOL, Stafford is throwing in the best secondary in football. How's the 49ers DB? Now, that's a great point, Payo, because he's throwing up against Jalen Ramsey. No doubt he's one of the best corners in the NFL. Oh, man. You guys are something else in these comments. Let's see. Tommy says, well enough to beat you guys 2 years in a row, Payo. That's a good point. We have had the Rams number the last 2 years. J.A. Aguayo says, I think Jennings is on the COVID protocol. That's a good point. Let me just look that up real quick. I think you're right. Let's see. Juwan Jennings. I think you might be right. Let's see. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Jay Aguayo. Yeah, it says the 49ers placed Juwan Jennings and Jaquiski Tartt on the reserve COVID-19 list. Yeah, and that sucks because, this could be a make or break year for Jennings. He was hurt last year, and hopefully when he comes back healthy from the COVID protocol, he can, contribute to the team. But I appreciate that info, Jay Aguayo. Jay says, if you're in the GOAT, Jay Rice's family, you will become a star. I wish it were that easy, Jay. uh, yeah, you are right, Tommy. Yep, this is from Grant Cole. So it's Kim. In response to my question, should Brandon Ayuk be returning punts? And it looks like It's Kim says no. And I gotta say, what's good to It's Kim? Thanks for tuning in to the stream. I don't think he should be returning punts either. It's Kim says, I don't want him to get hurt. I feel the same way because if one of our three best receivers, Kittle, Ayuk, or Debo gets hurt, who's going to step up in the wide receiver room? Mohamed Sanu? I mean, I don't know. I don't really want to have to see that. Let's see. Yes, Tommy, you are a winner. You are a winner, Tommy. Redder 4 says, but what I saw of Steelers training camp, it isn't actually boring to watch. Yeah, training camp is cool. I think it's better when you're at training camp. That's for sure. You should try to go to training camp. Redder, if you can. Let's see. Tommy Huxley says, yeah, I saw that video, Jay in the Bay. Corey Davis, what's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream, KD. He says, happy Saturday to you all, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And remember, the white way is always the Niners way. Go Niners. Looks like Tommy says, in regards to Brandon Ayuk, should he be returning punts? Tommy says, Jay, if he wants to return punts, let him. Man, I don't know. I don't know about that, Tommy. I mean, we can't find someone else to return punts. Ambry Thomas can't return punts. Elijah Mitchell, we can't find. Looks like Rams House says, I want to go to training camp so bad, but I live in Colorado. Yeah. One time you got to try to make it out there. You could drive, but that'd be a long drive. Or you could fly. Just check it out. I don't know if the Rams are having training camp at the stadium, but that would be nice to get into the stadium and see the players up close. Let me know, Rams House. You're gonna try to make it out to a game at SoFi Stadium? Let me know in the comments. But going on with day three observations. Let's see. So there is great news about running back Elijah Mitchell. This observer said the only running back on the team who had any success on day 3, the other running backs kept trying unsuccessfully to run to the outside of the offensive line. Mitchell was the only runner who consistently ran in between the tackles and gained yards. Look for him to be an effective interior rusher. So that's good news for Elijah Mitchell. Defensive tackle Kentavious Street looked well. Street blew by starting center Alex Mack and stopped Raheem Mostert for a 5-yard loss. Defensive tackle DJ Jones blew by Mack and stopped Trey Sermon for a 5-yard loss. Not a good day for Mack, but it happens. It just happens. Happens to the best of us. J.A. Aguayo, in response to Brandon Ayuk, should Brandon Ayuk be returning punts? He says it's not the same, but Ayuk should return punts and Mitchell kickoffs. Remember back in the day, John Taylor returned punts, and he was great. Also, Darrell Green did it for Washington. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're looking at the upside, maybe that's great. I'm just looking at it. I don't want him to get hurt, and I feel like he needs to contribute more on, the 40 to 50 to 60 snaps on the offensive side of the ball. I think those snaps are more important than special teams. And special teams is a big part of the team. It's 1/3 of the offense, the defense, and the special teams. Special teams is very important. You can flip the field. If you're able to get a good punt return, a good kick return, the offense has less yards to get to the touchdown. But he's our best receiver. I think he's our best receiver, and we can't afford to get him hurt. I think hopefully we can find someone else who can do the job adequately. Day 3, good. Defensive tackle Kevin Gibbons blew by guard Jake Brindle and stopped Wayne Gallman for a 5-yard loss. Defensive tackle Zach Kerr looked good. He blew by starting left guard Lincoln Tomlinson and stopped Gallman for a 5-yard loss. Samson E. Bucum. He beat Trent Williams and then Mike McGlinchey to record 2 sacks in 1 practice. So that's very good as well. Very good. Let's see. Corey Davis says, me and my family are celebrating my twins' brother's 60th birthday. Well, happy birthday, man. And hopefully you guys have a safe, fun-filled weekend. I appreciate you coming through today, KD. Get Vax You Bums. What's good? Thanks for coming through to the stream. He says, what up? Did Jimmy throw 2 INTs today? Yes, he did throw 2 INTs today. Let's see. Yep. This portion of good and bad will be from Grant Cohen. So you got to, take it. You got to take it with a grain of salt, Looks like 49ers Ultimate Report is giving KD a happy birthday. Let's see. Blue True giving a shout out to KD's twin brothers. Happy birthday. Enjoy. Hopefully you have a good weekend. Let's see. Seahawks Kingdom. What's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, Seahawks Kingdom. He says, go Seahawks. The NFC West will be a dogfight. Best of luck, Jay. Tommy says there is no Seahawks Kingdom. That's funny. Oh, man. So continuing on with day 3, let's talk about the not so good. Nick Bosa. He was MIA on day 3. It was a scheduled off day for Nick Bosa. He wasn't there. Wide receiver Jalen Hurd also had a rest day. Unfortunately, tight end Michael Pruitt, he injured his calf on day 3 of training camp. Also, defensive tackle Maurice Hurst, he missed practice with an ankle injury as well. Very unfortunate. Tight end George Kittle, he hasn't been catching too many passes in team drills so far. I guess the defense has really been, catering to him. They haven't allowed him to really go off in camp. Beside that one play, I think it was on day 1 or day 2 where he made that catch over 2 defenders. Other than that, he hasn't really done much. And we will get into day 4, the most recent training camp. We'll definitely get into that. But let's continue on with these comments. Let's see. Get Vax You Bum says, apparently one championship is a kingdom. That's pretty good. Jay liked that as well. It's Kim says, our special teams gave up too many yards last season. Hopefully they are focusing on stopping the returns. And I think that, that's a great point. And I think players like Talanoa Hufanga, the safety we drafted this year, I think he should help. I think he'll be on special teams. And I think a couple of other rookies will be there. And, hopefully they can help in that area. Raymond Martinez Jr. What's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, Raymond. And it looks like Raymond liked that comment as well by Get Vax You Bums. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. Speaking of day 4, as we all have talked about, Jimmy Garoppolo only completed 5 of 11 passes on day 4 training camp. He had 2 interceptions and 2 passes defended. So definitely not a great day for Jimmy G. Definitely not a great day for Jimmy, but it's training camp. It's going to happen. Now, in regards to Trey Lance, this is what Trey Lance did. So Trey Lance, he started off a little slow, but he ended camp yesterday well. He looked good passing the ball. And the 49ers were running the zone read option, and the 49ers defense looked silly. Trey Lance was able, to have several running plays, and those plays could have went for 20-plus yards. So that's good to see Trey Lance using his legs, being a dynamic a quarterback in the pocket, and that's great to see. And hopefully we continue to see that, and I can't wait till we see him, till the entire Niner Empire can see him in preseason. Let's see. Training camp day 4 for the running backs. So looks like Trey Sermon is getting the bulk of the first team reps. And Raheem Mostert, he's not hurt. He's not injured. That's what he said personally. I'm not sure if Shanahan is just resting him. But I would imagine that Raheem Mostert doesn't need to get the bulk of the first team reps. I think it's fine for Trey Sermon to get that. Because I think Trey Sermon will get a bulk of the reps in training camp, in preseason, and then when the season starts, the regular season, I can imagine Kyle Shanahan using 3 or 4 running backs up on game day. Sermon, Gallman, Mostert, Mitchell, and I think they'll all get some run in on offensive running plays. I could definitely see that. And I'm not concerned that Raheem Mostert is not getting the bulk of the first team reps. I don't think he needs it. We need Raheem Mostert for 17 games in the regular season. That's when we need Raheem Mostert. But Sermon, he's getting the bulk of the first team reps for training camp day 4. And the second team, it's been a mix between Elijah Mitchell and Wayne Gallman. And the third team reps, Jermichael Hasty. So those are the reps allocated for the running backs. Let's see. So let's continue on with the comments. Jay says the greatest draft class in 49ers history was 1986. Okay. Let me know. Inform me, Jay, who was drafted in 1986 for the 49ers. School me. Let me know. Because off the top of my head, that was a year before I was born, so I don't know the draft class. But let me know, Jay. Let me know. Seahawk Rules says the last time you had a good quarterback was nobody. Montana is Jimmy G. Wow. Blasphemy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's see. Let's continue on with these comments. J.A. Aguayo says, if Jimmy G is our starting quarterback, do you expect Trey Lance to go in with special packages? Now, that is a great question. If I had my druthers, J.A. Aguayo, I would use him in that way. I would want Trey Lance to come into regular season games, maybe play about 5 to 7 snaps, just get him comfortable in an NFL game, a real game. And I would like to see him put in special packages, but I've never seen Shanahan do that before with another quarterback. Granted, he's never had this type of weapon as Trey Lance to utilize in the running game, the passing game. So I would like to see that. Would you like to see that, J.A. Aguayo? Would you like to see Trey Lance being brought in for special packages? Let me know in the comment section. I would imagine Trey Lance would come in if we blow out a team or we're up by 2 or 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. I could definitely see Trey Lance coming in then as well. Fernando, what's good? I like your avatar, man. Appreciate you coming through to the stream. Everyone in the stream now, appreciate it if you leave a thumbs up for the stream. Also, hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. How are you doing on this Saturday, Fernando? Let's see. Manuel Martinez, what's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream. I loving that Ronnie Lott avatar. That's nice right there. How you doing this weekend? Jagger 805. Lance make him dance. Yeah. Yeah, he was making them dance in training camp today. That's for sure. He was looking good in training camp on certain read option plays. And, that's definitely good to see. Now, the good and the bad from day 4. The good was linebacker Fred Warner. He intercepted Jimmy G and took it to the house. Fred Warner had a pick 6. That was good to see. Cornerback Jason Verrett broke up one of Garoppolo's passes and intercepted another. On the interception, Verrett had gotten beat deep by Debo, but Garoppolo's pass was badly underthrown because he double pumped. He didn't trust himself. He double pumped, and that allowed Verrett to pick it off easily. We definitely can't see that in the game. I don't want to see Garoppolo double pump and throw an interception. If he double pumps, throw it to a check down or throw an incomplete pass. Get rid of the ball. Don't take a sack. Safety, Jimmy Ward gave up 0 catches. No one ever tests his coverage because he's the best cover guy on the team. And this rider even feels better than Warner and Verrett. Interesting. All right. Defensive end, Arden Key. Been hearing great things about Arden Key in day 4 of the camp. This writer says that Arden Key is consistently in the backfield. Granted, he's not facing Trent Williams, but Key is facing everyone else and playing well. Today, he stripped the ball from Trey Lance when Lance was trying to hand it off. Then Key recovered the fumble and returned it for a touchdown. Hopefully, Arden Key makes the team. Faithful. Looks like Kim says she likes that avatar as well. It is pretty sick. It's like 49ers Ultimate Report says that Tommy Huxley, he was CG and no, he on Jay in the Bay, and he is going after you for no reason. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Let's see. Fernando says he's been good. Thanks. Good to hear everyone's doing well on a Saturday. And to continue on with what's been good on day 4 of training camp, defensive tackle Kentavious Street. Let's see. He started in place of the injured Javon Kinlaw, but hasn't, which is fine because Street is better than Kinlaw right now. That's what the writer says. And Street was the reason Lance scrambled so much today because Street kept beating rookie guard Aaron Banks. So Kentavious Street has been doing a good job on the defensive line. He's been beating guard Aaron Banks. And I don't know what's up with Javon Kinlaw. I mean, Kinlaw says he's not hurt. I know Shanahan said that, there was, his knee swelled up from travel or something like that. And I believe I've seen Kinlaw participate in one-on-one drills, but I haven't seen him participate in team in 11-on-11 drills. So looks like he's being held out for that, and hopefully Kinlaw will be back on the field in team drills hopefully next week. The backup quarterbacks played well, but whatever. Hopefully we won't see the backup quarterbacks in the regular season games. That's for sure. Let's see. J.A. Aguayo, in regards to Trey Lance, should he be put in special packages? Let's see what J.A. says. He says, I would like us to put as much pressure on the defense as possible. So, yes, I would like special packages, especially in the red zone. Yeah. Wouldn't that be cool, J.A., to, have the defense not sure what's coming next? Do they have to prepare for Jimmy G? Do they have to prepare for Trey, or both? I think that would definitely give us an advantage where we can use Trey. And I think Shanahan will put Trey in positions to succeed. And yeah, I want to see Trey in special packages for sure in the regular season. Let's see. Pump and Dump says Streets retired Breeze. Yeah, that was I remember that was the game in New Orleans. Kentavious Street got a sack on Breeze, and I think he, broke a few of his ribs, and yeah, that was all she wrote. Let's see. Jay says, got to go. Jay in the Bay, great stream. I appreciate you coming through to the stream, Jay. Hopefully you have a good weekend. Let's see. Manuel Martinez says, how's Jalen Hurd looking out there? Is that a trick question? So the first 2 days of camp, Jalen Hurd did not participate in any team drills, any 11-on-11s, but he did participate in individual drills for the wide receivers. Day 3 of camp, Jalen Hurd had a scheduled off day, so a day of rest. And day 4, he wasn't participating. I'm not sure if that's a scheduled off day or not, but so far we haven't seen Jalen Hurd. He looks spry in individual drills, but I want to see Jalen Hurd get into team drills. That's what I want to see. Let's see. Minister Brandon, what's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, Minister Brandon. He says, we are getting close to preseason. Are we all excited yet? Hope all is doing well and many blessings. God bless. Yeah, I'm very excited for preseason. Usually I'm not like a preseason type guy, but due to the influx of youth into the roster, I can't wait to see our young guys perform in the preseason. Let's see, I think we're only are we like 2 weeks away from preseason, I believe. So definitely looking forward to that. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what else happens in training camp. But I appreciate you coming through, Minister. Now we had the bad, or excuse me, we had the good, but let's look up the bad. This writer says that Mohamed Sanu in day 4 dropped one pass, then let another one hit him in the back because he didn't turn his head to locate the ball. This writer feels that Muhammad is one injury away from starting for the Niners. Scary thoughts. Well, we need a third wide receiver to, establish himself and, beat out Mohamed Sanu. And no wide receiver has done that yet. All right, now we're getting to wide receiver Jalen Hurd. So he did show up to practice for the second day in a row. Yesterday was supposed to be a planned maintenance day. That's day 3. And I'm not sure. Shanahan hasn't really spoke on if Hurd was supposed to have 2 days in a row of maintenance days. I'm not sure. But hopefully we get to see more from Jalen Hurd next week. That's all we can really hope for. Defensive end Nick Bosa returned to practice after a scheduled maintenance day, but did not participate in one-on-ones or 11-on-11 team drills, which means he's yet to engage in any physical competition, and we're on our third of the way through training camp. So, I guess we're taking an easy approach with Nick Bosa, which I think is right? He's coming off a torn ACL. We don't want to rush him back. It's good that he's at camp, and I think he's going to slowly progress and slowly try to do more as the weeks go on. Tight end George Kittle. He missed a practice with scheduled maintenance. Kittle isn't hurt, but, I guess he's a veteran, and Shanahan has awarded him a scheduled day off. Cornerback Ambry Thomas got beaten by River Craycraft during one-on-ones. He gave up 2 catches to Deebo Samuel during 11-on-11s and committed a defensive pass interference penalty for good measure. Ambry Thomas so far is struggling in camp. I will say that. He's struggling so far in camp. But he's got the right coaching staff around him, and hopefully he gets better. That's all we can really hope for. He puts in the work to get better. Pump and dump. He says, Jay in the Bay, 1,000 subscribers before preseason hits. That would be amazing. Yeah, that'd be amazing if I could do that, if I could reach that milestone. We'll see. If it's not before preseason, then worst case scenario will be before the regular season starts. And it's been a wonderful journey. I'm glad I could share it all with you guys, and I appreciate everyone supporting the Jay in the Bay YouTube channel. It's been a wonderful journey. I wish I would have started this YouTube journey a lot sooner. J.A. Aguayo, great question. How many defensive linemen will we keep? And early on, it seems that some talented linemen will not make the team. Maybe keep some on practice squad. No, that's a great question. I'd imagine at least 1 or 2 players will be on the practice squad, and that'll be at least 1 defensive tackle or defensive end. So let's think about it. Bosa's making the roster, obviously. Armstead's making the roster. D Ford, it appears he's healthy. It appears he's going to make the roster. I think Arden Key will. Samson will. So that's already 5. Kinlaw is definitely going to make it. DJ Jones should make it. So that's already 7. And now there's Kentavious Street. There's Maurice Hurst. There's Zach Kerr. I think that's 9. And then there's still Jordan Willis. And Jordan Willis will be I believe he'll be on the PUP list. And that's the physically unable to play list. Now, he's not hurt, but he is suspended for the first 6 weeks of the season. So I believe he'll be on that list. But when he comes back to the active roster, a player will need to get released or cut in order to make room for Jordan Willis. So, yeah, I don't know who's going to be the defensive lineman that's going to be left out. It might be between Maurice Hurst, Zach Kerr, and maybe Kentavious Street. Maybe 2 out of 3 of those guys will probably be let go, because I'd imagine at the edge rushing position, you got to keep Samsung, because you just signed him from the LA Rams. He was the big free agent acquisition at the edge rushing position. I think you got to keep Arden Key. You got to see what you got from Arden Key. Jordan Willis, obviously, he's still there, and then you got Bosa and Ford, and then in the middle you got Armstead. He'll play a little bit in, a little bit out, and then you got Kinlaw and DJ Jones. I think those will be the 7 defensive linemen, 7 or 8 defensive linemen. And I think one of those players who gets cut, maybe they'll be brought back on to the practice squad. But great question. Raymond says, facts at Jay in the Bay. No one has taken that wide receiver 3 role yet. Nope, no one yet. I don't think River Craycraft is going to, win that role. Richie James, I just don't see it. He had that one great game against the Green Bay Packers. I don't know if he hasn't developed a rapport with Jimmy G or Shanahan doesn't trust him. I don't know, but I don't think he'll take that role. I think it's between, Mohamed Sanu. I mean, I was thinking before training camp started, I felt it was between Richie James, Juwan Jennings, and Jalen Hurd. Jalen Hurd, I don't know what to expect from him from now on. And Juwan Jennings, he's out with COVID. So I hear Austin Watkins has been looking good in camp so far. I've heard that. So, we'll see if he can, make his way up the depth chart. We still have a long way to go. We still have a few weeks of we have 2 weeks of training camp left, and then we have the preseason game. So we'll see what the players do in the preseason games. I think that's what's gonna come down to it as well. We'll see who makes a name for themselves for that wide receiver 3 role. Let's see. Let's continue on with these comments. Let's see. J.A. Aguayo says the last thing we need is for Bosa to have a setback during training. I know, right? Oh, man, that would be the worst. If Bosa has a setback, we definitely don't want to see that. So I think it's smart to, just allow Bosa to go along, the pace, just have him do one-on-one drills, get his feet wet. Shanahan already said that he's going to have a maintenance day every third day. That's what Shanahan said for Bosa. Every third day, it's going to be a day off. I think that's smart. We need Bosa for the long run. I would be surprised if we see him in any preseason games. I don't think that we would do that. And against Detroit, maybe 15 snaps, if that, for Nick Bosa week 1. I mean, what would you guys think? You guys think Nick Bosa is going to have 15 or more snaps during the preseason, or during the first week of camp, or the first game? Let me write that as a ticker. Will Nick Bosa play more than 15 snaps week 1? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Will Nick Bosa play more than 15 snaps? Yeah, let me know. Will Nick Bosa play more than 15 snaps in the regular season home opener against the good old Detroit Lions? Let me know. I would be surprised at this point, but we're still, I know it is the end of July. It's basically August 1st tomorrow, but we are still, in the beginning of training camp. I don't think he will. Baker, man, what's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, Baker. That's a nice avatar you got there. Hopefully your weekend is going well. Baker, man, says, what do you think of Trey Lance so far in camp? I think he looks the part. It definitely looks like he belongs in the NFL. And honestly, it may seem like it's only a matter of time. It's not, if he'll get the starting position. It's a matter of when at this point. And, who was Shanahan's guy? We know Jimmy G still has value to this team. And, it's going to be all up to Shanahan. Whenever he thinks Trey is ready and Trey Lance gives the Niners a better chance to win than Jimmy G, Trey Lance will probably start games. Chiefs One Nation. What's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream. Good luck to your Chiefs in training camp. Hopefully they stay safe and healthy. Good luck to you guys this year, man. Let's see. Yeah, that sucks about Carson Wentz. You got hurt again. His foot injury is going to require surgery. That sucks for the Indianapolis Colts, fans and team. hopefully he'll have a speedy recovery and he'll be ready week 1. Let's see. Raymond Martinez says at Seahawk rules, your team has 1 Super Bowl win out of how many good seasons? That's pathetic. Celebrate your 1 ring, and we have higher standards over here. Good point, Ray. Good point. 49er minded. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream, 49er minded. I was on 49er Minded's YouTube channel yesterday. Excellent stream. If you guys haven't, make sure you check out 49er Minded YouTube channel. Excellent content creator. I have to have 49er Minded on my show in the near future. And thanks for tuning in to the stream. Hopefully you're having a good weekend, 49er Minded. Queen B, what's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, Queen. Hopefully your Saturday is going well. Let's see. Pump and Dump says, Jay, you think this is one of the most anticipated start to the season that you can remember? I would say, yeah, definitely, because of the uncertainty at the quarterback position. A lot of fans want to see Trey Lance, and I don't blame them for feeling that way. We got a lot of new talent. We added some talent in the running back room. The offensive line got better. We got some new depth on that defensive line. And I want to see how the rookies play in the cornerback room. I know Ambry Thomas is struggling a little bit in camp. But, that's what happens. You struggle, you figure out what you need to do to get better, and you work at getting better. So that's what I expect to see. And, yeah, I am very excited about this season. Can't wait till we see some football. Queen B says, Jay, I shared out your live stream just now. I appreciate it. Appreciate your kind gesture. Sean T. Uber, what's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, Sean T. Hopefully your weekend is going well, man. Hopefully you're staying cool out here, man. Let's see. Fernando says Jalen Hurd is done, in my opinion. After 4 days, he already done. It's only been 4 days, Fernando. He says Jalen Hurd is done, in my opinion. Don't trust him, but glad to be proven wrong. No, I hear you. I mean, it is. Yeah, I mean, expectations were definitely high for Jalen Hurd because, he's been out the last 2 seasons. The Niners spent a 3rd-round pick on Jalen Hurd. And, we just want to see him ball out. We just want to see him reach his potential. But I'm not giving up hope, Fernando. I'm not giving up hope. I don't think do you really think Mohamed Sanu is the answer at that wide receiver 3? You think Mohamed Sanu is? I don't know. There's still Juwan Jennings. He's coming off that COVID list anytime now. Austin Watkins, he's undrafted free agent, wide receiver. There's still Travis Benjamin. Yeah. I think Trent Sherfield and Simba Webster, those are I think they're not guaranteed a roster spot, obviously, and I think they'll contribute more on special teams. But we can't give up hope just yet, Fernando. Let him continue to work in at camp. Hopefully next Monday he'll continue with the one-on-one drills, and hopefully he'll try to make it on that 11-on-11 team drills. That's all we can really hope for. Let's see. Baker Man says, what do you think of the Jordan Matthews signing? I think, Matthews really hasn't played that many games since 2018 season with the Philadelphia Eagles. So it's been 3 years since he played a lot of games in a season. He is playing a different position. I think he's been a good receiver throughout his career, his early days with the Eagles. But I guess he adds talent to the tight end room, which is good because I think after Kittle, there is a drop-off within the tight end room. And that's why I was disappointed that I was disappointed, but I understood why Jordan Reed retired because he had multiple injuries. But I wish we could have saw Jordan Reed and Kittle, be that 1-2 punch again this season. But unfortunately, that won't come to fruition. But let's see what Jordan Matthews does in camp. Let's see what he does in camp. Can he make the 53-man active roster? How does he perform in preseason? And let's see how he does, because we really haven't really seen Jordan Matthews. He played the Niners in 2020. He played in 2 games, but it was he didn't make a positive mark. But let's see what he can do. And yeah, Baker, he's playing at the tight end position. He should be a good receiver as a tight end. He added on weight, but let's just see what he can do. Let's see how he actually performs. Let's see. Star Scream Sub 026. What's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, Star Scream. How's your weekend going? Hopefully you're staying safe. You're staying cool. We're just talking about the faithful, the Niner Empire. So I appreciate you coming through, man. Let's see. 49er Minded says, what's good? I like your impression, man. I appreciate you. Oh, man. Let's see. So in response to my question, let me know what you guys think about my question. Will Nick Bosa on opening day in Motown in Detroit against some good old Detroit Lions, you think Nick Bosa will play more than 15 snaps at that edge rushing position? Let me know in them comments. J. Aguayo says, 10 to 15 sounds right. It's an opportunity for Samson, Ford, or Arden Key to show out. No, I agree. I think we want to ease Bosa along. He doesn't need to be playing 100% of the snaps from week 1. I don't want to see that. I think Samson will get a lot of snaps at the edge rushing position. I think Armstead will too. I think he kind of have to because I think you could put DJ Jones and Kinlaw inside and they can play a lot of snaps, even though I do feel Armstead is better inside. But if Bosa only plays 15 snaps, and let's say Ford only plays 15 snaps, who's going to be the other edge rusher besides Samson? I guess it would be Arden Key, right? But I think it would be a mix between Samson, Arden Key, and I think Armstead will get some reps on the edge rushing position as well. Appreciate you, Queen B. Baker Man says Jordan Matthews has been passed around like a code. Yeah, I mean, we haven't really seen him play meaningful football since 2018, and that's 3 years ago. So, but there's a reason why the 49ers signed him, and we'll see what he brings to the table. Let's see if he makes the most out of his opportunity. Queen B says, y'all have a blessed weekend and upcoming week. I appreciate you coming through. Same to you. Baker Man says, like from the Eagles to the Niners, to the Eagles to the Niners, back and forth. Yeah, I mean, he had his greatest years with the Eagles when the Eagles drafted him. He was playing wide receiver position. He was a pretty good wide receiver. And, obviously he can still catch. He can still run routes. Matthews will be used best as a receiving tight end. I don't think he'll be used much as a blocking tight end. But let's see what he does in preseason. 49er Minded says we have the most impatient fans on the planet. They want to see Trey every year. I mean, I can't blame them. But, it's whatever Shanahan thinks. Whoever gives the Niners the best position, whoever gives the 49ers the best chance to win at the quarterback position will start week 1. Now, by week 10, who knows if that dynamic is still there, whether Jimmy still gives the Niners the best chance to win or is it Trey now? We'll see. 49er Minder says he's healthy. Are you referring to Jordan Matthews? He is healthy, so that definitely is a plus. Kim is giving her shout out to Queen B. Queen B says watching the replays of your live streams too. I appreciate you. I appreciate you tuning in. 49er Minded says they're just being careful. I agree. We need to be careful with Bosa. We need to be careful with Ford. Any player that's coming off of a major injury last year, Jalen Hurd, torn ACL, we got to be careful. We can't push them too much in practice because then, we're not seeing them much on the field. But if we see them a lot and then they get hurt, people are gonna be saying, well, why is he on the field? He just came off of torn ACL. You're practicing them too hard, Shanahan. So it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. I think you just gotta bring along the guys slowly, and hopefully they just progress day by day. That's all you can really hope for. 49er Minded says they want to protect their investment. Absolutely. Absolutely. Payo Time says, great stream, Jay, listening while doing the dishes. I appreciate that, Payo. I do that sometimes as well, man. I listen to, your stream, or I listen to Ram's House, or I listen to, the 49er Ultimate Report, or 49er First Takes, Niner Sickness. I like listening to you guys' stream and, doing other chores around the house. Makes the time go by a lot easier, Let's see. Tommy says, Fail, your team still sucks. Oh, man. Let's see. Payout Time says, how's your watch time and subs? Get there soon, Jay. Yeah, man, we are, I feel like I'm closer with my watch time than the subs, but, I'm slowly chugging away. I'm slowly getting there, but, hopefully I can reach my goal prior to the start of the NFL season. That would be perfect. But yeah, I appreciate you asking me that, Payo. Let's see. Got a lot of comments. Got to continue on with these comments. Let's see. 49ers Ultimate Report. I appreciate you coming through, John J. You have a good rest of your day, man. Jay Aguayo says, we must make sure our players are 100%. Remember, it's 17 games now. Yeah, great point. 17 games now. This is a marathon. This is not a sprint. And speaking of 17 games, the Players Union and the NFL, they need to add more players to the active roster. I don't know what is going on, faithful. What is going on? 16 games, a 16-game season, there's 53 active players. Okay. Now, in a 17-game season, we need to have at least 55, 57 active players. Hopefully that enacts before the regular season, but I don't think so, because I think they have to cut it down to 53 active players. So maybe this is something that they can negotiate in the next, bargaining meeting or whatever. So hopefully that comes to fruition. 49er Miner says Jennings has that COVID protocol. I think either him or Hurd end up being wide receiver number 3. That's what I was thinking before training camp started. And I think those two would be the best options. But we'll see. Hopefully Jennings can come back. I know he's supposed to be out. For 10 days. So hopefully Jennings will come back next week, maybe toward the latter part of the week, Thursday, Friday. And hopefully he can start working on one-on-one drills and slowly get into the 11-on-11 drills. 49ers First Take, Jalen Hurts. He says Jalen Hurts is MIA and the draft pick corners getting cooked in camp. Boy, oh boy. I mean, you gotta take your lumps in camp and see what you're struggling at, look at the film, and that's how you get better. No one is a finished product coming out of college. So the corners getting cooked doesn't worry me. Because they're coming from the college to the pros. I'm not expecting them to dominate NFL professional receivers. And they have things they need to work on, and hopefully they're watching the film and they're trying to get better. So Baker Man says Jalen Hurd, he's all right. Queen B says, in regards to payout time, of course, Jay will get to 1K. It's in the Lord's timing and most definitely before summer ends. I like that. I appreciate that. Baker Man says he's not bad. Well, with Jalen Hurd, we just haven't seen him be good. We haven't seen him be healthy. So a lot of Niner fans are skeptical of Jalen Hurd, which is understandable. This could be a make-or-break year for Jalen Hurd. Fernando, I will, Jay. I just hope Jalen Hurd stays healthy. I mean, I believe he has potential. He's just been injured since college. But like I said, I will wait until Hurd proves me wrong. Yeah, I mean, I totally understand you, not having faith in Jalen Hurd. And he has to prove that he can stay healthy. He definitely has to prove that he can stay healthy and be able to, have a positive impact on the team and be productive. And we're waiting on that, Jalen Hurd, but we're behind you. Baker Man said Jordan Reed and Kittle for another year with Trey Lance would have been great. I know it would have been great, but Jordan Reed retired. So let's see. Luke Luna, what's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, Double L. He says, matter of when is next year. Sorry. It's the Jimmy G show. Unless someone gave us 2 first rounds for him this year, because if he goes out and kills it, we will get a first next year. So we keep him for ensured success. I like your thinking, Luke. And I think Jimmy G will ball out this year. His NFL starting career is on the line. You know, if he has a productive year this year, he starts every game. He gets the Niners to the playoffs. I think he could be a starter on another team. If Jimmy G does not have a good year this year, he struggles, he turns over the ball a lot, and he gets hurt, I don't see him being a starter in this league anymore. At least he won't be given a starting job. He would have to compete for a starting job. But I hope you're right, Luke. Hopefully this scenario comes to fruition this year. Let's see. 49er Minded says, well, Hurd is actually healthy now, so no need to bash him. He has a high ceiling, unlike Sanu. That is very true. We know what we're going to get from Sanu. Jalen Hurd can still get better, but we just have to see it. That's it. We just have to see it. Hurd is technically healthy, but we're bringing him along slowly. Pale Time says, totally Queen Bee. Rams House says stat prediction for the Ayuk show. I would say Brandon Ayuk, 75 catches, 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. That would be my stat line for the Ayuk show. 49er Minded says Arden Key might be a good rotational piece. I think so, because I think the starting defensive line, when healthy, I don't think D Ford will start. I think it'll be Samson or Armstead starting opposite of Nick Bosa. And then inside, you'll have Kinlaw and DJ Jones. Or you could have Kentavious Street, but I think most likely be DJ Jones and Kinlaw. And then if Bosa's not in there, you could have Arden Key opposite of Samson, or you could put Armstead opposite of Samson. And then, of course, D Ford will be there. But, yeah, I think Arden Key, if he makes a 53-man active roster, he will play a lot of snaps, I think. Let's see. Raymond says, yeah, Arden Key, Armstead needs to play inside on passing downs. Yeah, I agree. And I wish I could ask D'Amico Ryans that. So, you know, if you could envision Eric Armstead percentage of snaps, do you envision him playing more inside next to Kinlaw or on the outside? Because it seems like Armstead is better suited to play inside next to Kinlaw. I wish I could ask D'Amico Ryans that. But, you know, We'll see what happens. J.A. Aguayo says, I would like Shanahan to use Juice more and stretch the defense, give D coordinators something else to prepare for. That's a great point, J.A. Aguayo. I think they should use Juice in passing situations more often. Those would be very easy and efficient throws for Jimmy G, and that'll get him comfortable when the game started with a pass to Juice check in the flat or an angle route. I think they should definitely use Juice check more. Luke Luna, what do you expect from late round corners? LOL. These weren't sure locks at corner. The ones that went in the first round. Asante Samuel Jr. was the best one left in the second. We're hoping for 4 diamonds. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna have to take their lumps in training camp. The 49ers haven't had an opportunity to get Asante Samuel Jr., but we traded down and we got Aaron Banks to guard, which I like the move because you want to strengthen the offensive line. We're going to run the ball a lot. We need to have a strong offensive line. But, yeah, I think rookie corners, they're going to take their lumps, but they have to watch film, get better, and listen to their coaching. And if they do that, I think they'll get better. Luke Luna says, in the rough with our late picks, that's all you can hope for, and see if they can flash with the talent they showed. Exactly. The rookie corners – They can look up to, the veterans in K'Wan Williams, Emmanuel Mosley, and Jason Verrett, and I think they can help them along in learning the cornerback position at the NFL level. And hopefully they make the most out of their opportunity. Because I think 1 or 2 of those corners, the rookies, they could potentially be starters for us next year. Rams House says, where did the arrogant Cards fan go? Niner Sickness says, I'm listening to your podcast while I'm creating a few overlays. I appreciate the support, Niner Sickness. I'm looking forward to our stream on Monday. Queen B says, Jay, it's better to have the watch time done so when you get 1K, then you apply for monetization. Yeah, I think I should be getting that the watch time real soon. I think the watch time I should be getting hopefully before August 10th at the latest. Because I'm getting really, really close. But I appreciate all the support. 49er Minded says, what's up to Niner sickness? 49er Minded agrees with me that the NFL should increase the active players. I agree. Yeah, it's all about the money. It's all about the dollar bill, Ray. He says at 49er Minded, less money in their pockets, but needed for a better product with all the injuries. Exactly. There's going to be injuries. There's going to be COVID related. They're going to have to be away from the team for 10 days due to COVID. But yeah, that's the only reason why they haven't done it, because that means they have to shell out more money and they make less money, But I think eventually they'll have to work that into the CBA. They're going to have to at least get 55 to 57 players. J.A. Guayo says, I am surprised that Players Union didn't fight harder for extra players on roster. Yeah, I mean, that should have been, you would think that should be agreed upon, right? Like, okay, the owners want an extra game. And the Players Union should say, okay, well, we want more money and we want more players on the active roster. And I think they got more money, but I guess they didn't fight hard enough for the extra players on the roster. It's like 49er Minded likes that. Luke Luna says, I like the way Jennings plays, but I don't think he creates separation better than Sanu or runs cleaner routes. I think the workload goes to Sanu and Herb. And there is a writer who is saying that Sanu doesn't get enough separation, but we'll see. The wide receiver 3 is up for grabs, and whoever makes the most out of the opportunity will seize that number 3 wide receiver position. And I'm intrigued to see how this position plays out in training camp. Right now, Sanu is getting the bulk of the first team reps at that number 3 wide receiver spot. And we'll see what happens in the next few days. Will that continue? Or will Hurd get on? Or when Jennings comes back from COVID, will he be there? Or will Austin Watkins be there? We'll see. The Ramilia Sports Report, what's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, man. Rams House was in here earlier saying that Matt Stafford is looking good. So I know you feel good about that. But hopefully your weekend's going well, and thanks for tuning in to the stream. 49er Minded says, are we going to sign Drake Kirkpatrick? That's a great question. I was looking up information on that yesterday and today, and I couldn't see anything, any updates on that. I mean, I know he had the workout on, I think it was either Thursday or Friday. It was either Thursday or Friday that Drake Kirkpatrick had a workout with us, but I don't see anything. I don't see any update. It just says that the last update I just see is that he worked out for the Niners. But usually, if a team works you out and they want to sign you, usually they'll sign you unless a player wants more money or whatever. I guess we don't really know. But as of right now, Drake Kirkpatrick is still a free agent. So hopefully we hear something soon. Drake Kirkpatrick was brought in because Emmanuel Mosley is out due to COVID. And he would be another veteran that we could add to the cornerback room. Is Drake Kirkpatrick better than Dante Johnson and Will Harris? Some Niner fans would say yes. But honestly, I haven't seen Drake Kirkpatrick play. I know he played with the Arizona Cardinals last year. I don't know how good he is. I know he's a veteran. He's been in the league at least 10 years. But if we sign him, let's see how he does in training camp. 49er Minded says he will be watching Niners Sickness with guest Jay and intheBay on Monday. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you coming through. Let's see. 49er Minded says, Jay and intheBay, who are your favorite comedians? That's a good question. My favorite comedians, I would say I would say probably Damon Wayans, of course, Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy. Yeah, I would say those are probably top three. Oh, yeah, Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac was really funny. I like D.L. Hughley, too. Those are probably some of my favorites off the top of my head. So, but yeah, thanks for the question. J.A. Aguayo says, also, there should be 2 bye weeks to help with the injury rehab. Oh, also, 49er minded, I would say Cedric the Entertainer as well. Cedric the Entertainer, he's very funny. But back to J.A. Aguayo's question, also, there should be 2 bye weeks to help with injury rehab. That would be nice, yeah. And if they had to push the season up a week before, I think they should do that. So, we should have 2 bye weeks in the 18-game season. I think that would be nice if they would do that. So that'd be something that the players' union would have to argue for. 49er Miner says he met Damon Wayans Jr., and he looks just like his dad. And he says, rest in peace, Bernie Mac. Yeah, rest in peace. Gone way too soon. The Remilia Sports Report. He says, at Jay in the Bay, I know it's early, but I can't get enough seeing in camp Stafford looking to the right and looking to the left. Looking off middle linebackers, hitting Cup with no-look passes and hitting Deshaun Jackson deep on deep passes. So stoked. Yeah, I mean, Stafford's definitely an upgrade over Goff. I can't lie. And the Rams offense will be exciting to watch. You guys have a tough first 6 games, so Stafford will be tested early and that entire team. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward until we play each other. Yep, yeah, Damon Jr. looks just like his dad. He does. That's for sure. Let's see. I don't know if you answered this question yesterday, 49 of mine. Do you think the show should be returning punts? I don't remember if we answered that yesterday. Let me know in the comments section. 49 of mine says, Stafford was a very good pickup for the Rams. I initially wanted us to get him. Yeah, I heard that Shanahan was interested in getting him, which is no surprise. Unfortunately, due to Jimmy G's inability to stay healthy, Shanahan wanted to upgrade the quarterback room. That's why Mullins is gone. That's why Beathard is gone. We got Sudfeld. We got Rosen. And, of course, Trey Area. So, yeah, Stafford definitely is an upgrade over Goff. Tommy Huxley says 49er minded is the GOAT. The Remilia Sports Report says, Tommy, yeah, but we're in need right now. How do you feel about your running backs, Remilia Sports Report? Let me know in the comments. How do you feel about the running back position? So I appreciate everyone coming through to the stream. Today I just went over, I'm not sure if everyone heard, but Justin Houston, he signed a 1-year deal with the Baltimore Ravens, only $4 million. I definitely wish the Niners would have pursued him, especially since we want to bring back Bosa and Ford, at a slower pace. Definitely surprised that we didn't go after him. There were some injuries in training camp. Tight end Michael Pruitt injured his calf, and defensive tackle Maurice Hurst have an ankle injury. There's nothing torn, there's nothing broken, but that's definitely something to monitor. That's for sure. And this is the 49ers' latest news on the ticker below. We signed tight end Jordan Matthews, and we had to release wide receiver Benny Fowler to make that happen. And, I'm intrigued to see what Jordan Matthews can bring to the table. We'll see what he does in in training camp and preseason. And Mike McGlinchey put on weight. That's a good sign. He's somewhere between 315 to 320, and hopefully that will pay off for him, especially in pass blocking situations. 49er Minder says, I said I was only okay with Ayuk returning punts in special situations. No way we should have him as our full-time punt returner. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. I mean, honestly, I don't want him back there at all because I think we should allow other players, maybe Richie James, Elijah Mitchell, Ambry Thomas, and because he plays such a huge role on the offensive side of the ball, we need him there. 49er Minded says, LOL, thanks, Tommy. I finally got to see you play guitar in that TMZ video, Killer Solo. And Tommy says, thanks, brother. Well, I appreciate everyone tuning in on Jay and the Bay Facebook page, also on Jay and the Bay YouTube channel. Appreciate you hitting that thumbs up button, also subscribing to the channel. Shout out to everyone watching on that good old Spotlight Sports Network channel. I appreciate you guys. I may be doing a stream tomorrow night with a special guest. We'll see. I'll let you guys know. If I have it, you guys will see the thumbnail. But I may have a special guest on tomorrow night. If not, we'll see if I stream tomorrow night. I guess we'll see if there's any more breaking 49ers news. 49er Minded says Mitchell and Ambry Thomas might be more than enough as punt return. I hope so. Yeah. I hope so. We should use some of the players we added this offseason. I don't think we should use Ayuk there. He's just too important on the offensive side of the ball. We're going to need him. It's Kim says, thanks, Jay and the Bay. I appreciate you coming through. It's Kim. Welcome to Jay and the Bay. And Tommy Huxley says, Jay and the Bay get to 1,000 so I can donate. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to that. I think I'm 30 away right now. So, I'm constantly putting out content, hoping new people come to the stream. It's always good. And make sure you guys tell your friends and family about Jay and the Bay YouTube channel. I appreciate all the support. Jay Aguayo says, have a blessed night. Take care of your family. Great show as usual. I appreciate you coming through to the stream. I enjoyed conversing with you, Jay Aguayo. You have very insightful questions. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next stream. Rams House says, can't wait for the NFL season. I'm with you, brother. I wish it would have started yesterday. But shout out to everyone who came through today. Payo Time, Niner Sickness, Rams House, Jay Aguayo, Tommy, It's Kim, 49er Minded, the Ramelia Sports Report, CG Ruthless was here, 49er Ultimate Report, let's see, Luke Luna, Raymond Martinez, Queen B, Tommy, of course. Baker Man was here. I think that was the first time he was here. I appreciate him coming through. 49ers First Takes. Let's see. Starscream Sub-026. Sean T. Uber came through. Pump and Dump. Chiefs One Nation. Let's see. Minister Brandon. Let's see. Fernando, appreciate you coming through to the stream. Jaeger 805 came through. Manuel Martinez, and that's all that YouTube will allow me to see. But I appreciate everyone coming through to the stream. Let's see. I think there might have been a few more comments. Let's see. Rams House says, I have been able to be monetized for a while, but YouTube keeps glitching me out of monetization. That's crazy. I wonder why. Have they given you a reason why on that? Yeah, because that's messed up, especially since you got the subscribers, you got the watch time. Maybe you should email YouTube about that, man. See what you're doing that won't allow you to get that monetization, because that definitely helps, man. 49er Minder said CG Ruthless has a new intro / hype song coming out. I'm still working on it. Cool, man. I'm looking forward to hearing that. Let's see. Yeah, Queen Bee says, Rams House, you need to contact AdSense. They deal with monetization. The Ramelia Sports Report says at Jay and the Bay, Henderson is a good RB1. Love Xavier Jones to go with him, but he has good speed and wiggle. And Jake Don't Fake the Funk is a 49er juice cone fullback. All right, I guess we'll see. I'm looking forward to seeing the Rams up close and personal when we play you guys. And, the Rams have running backs, but they just have, unknown running backs right now to the public, I guess. But it seems like McVay is confident in the running back room because you guys haven't signed a veteran running back yet. So, we'll see. Let's see. Queen B says, Jay, I have several important posts on my community page and the topics of most frequently asked questions. Okay. And then Rams House says, I have contacted them and they don't have an answer. That's weird. That's crazy. Rams House says 2 of our rooks just got injured. Man, that's terrible news. I hate to see injuries happen, and hopefully they have a speedy recovery, because injuries are the worst. Injuries are the worst. But yeah, hopefully they can have a speedy recovery. I appreciate everyone tuning in to the stream. And Queen Bee says to Rams House, keep persistent, don't give up. Yeah, definitely. Because it is a grind doing YouTube. It is a grind for sure. And it's always nice to be compensated, for your work. So, 49er Mandate, we all think this way. We hate injuries. Absolutely. Rams House. Fernando says, I'm praying we have a healthy season. Yeah, same here, man. I just hope we can be healthy. I think Shanahan is taking a right approach with, Ford, Bosa, and Hurd. They're slowly bringing them on. And I think that's the way to do it. And just see how they progress, through the week. And I appreciate everyone for joining me on a Saturday night. And I appreciate everyone tuning in to your boy, Jay in the Bay. And I'll see you guys in the next one, possibly tomorrow night with a special guest. But I'm still working on that. And I will get back to you guys. Rams House says he likes the new logo, by the way. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you enjoying the logo. And Ramelia Sports Report says, my Niner brother at Jay and the Bray. Great show. I appreciate it, man. Good night, everyone, as Queen Bee says. And I'll see you guys in the next one real soon. And thanks for watching your boy, Jay in the Bay. See you guys in the next one real soon.